So this is also playing a little bit of games with the people in your life. It can also be business relations and contact. It's almost like making an argument for no reason because you're bored. And this is artificial drama, unnecessary drama, artificial drama. Uh, More or less just to push people's buttons, just to push buttons. Four of Swords. So Four of Wands, Four of Swords. Do you get the artificial drama here? You know, this is somebody who rears their head, try to force their will. Someone who's stubborn, who just makes an argument because they want to see some action. And then they calm things down because they know how. They know the root cause or the root reason for the problem. And then they're bored again, almost, with this Four of Swords. So this is really a requirement for the Gemini to look for some form of elevation in how they perceive the world around them, going from the Two of Swords to the Four of Swords. What are you doing and why are you doing it? What are your motivations for the actions that you're taking in your life and how you're interacting with people right now, Gemini? I would say, if you're bored and if you're cooking up artificial drama, and these are general readings, or even if you're mentally playing with yourself and talking yourself down and talking yourself up, saying that you're not good enough, saying that you're not attractive enough, why are you doing that? Why are you playing those kind of games with yourself even? What are you doing? What's the point? What do you want to achieve with that? What else is happening with Gemini? Look at that. We have Major Arcana, your Sagittarius here. Major Arcana Temperance. You're moving in that direction. That can be what's happening, that the Gemini really does feel like they have to make a change in how they're living their life and how they're dealing with people. And also they have to try to understand what's motivating them to do the things that they're doing. Taking on a fight just to have a fight. Taking on hard circumstances just for the challenge, just to prove themselves, just for the challenge. But then in the end, why? What are you trying to prove and to who? And why put those headaches there for you? Why make those headaches when your time is better spent on something more productive than just putting yourself through these mental and even physical challenges, Gemini? So what else do we have for Gemini? We have Major Arcana, the Call. A very similar energy to Temperance, by the way. This is somebody who has to really contemplate what they're doing in life and their motivations in life and why they're doing what they're doing, especially if they're causing themselves unnecessary hardship or unnecessary challenges. Eventually, the energy will run out, and that could be what's happening. Eventually people find out about the games that are being played. Eventually you even get bored or frustrated with yourself. You back yourself in a corner. Everybody's angry at you. And then you have to figure out how to get out of it. Or, you tell somebody you're going to do something that you really can't do, and then you have to back out of it and you have to hide because you told someone yes and you really don't want to do it. Eventually, even you get tired of those feelings like, oh my God, I'm so sick of this. I'm never doing this again. I'm just tired. I've overextended and I've overobligated myself. With Major Arcana, the Call, the energy is going to play itself out anyway. It can be sooner, it can be later. We have the Nine of Wands now. This is somebody who's not obligating themselves anymore, because this is the good tarot deck. Look at the energy here in this Nine of Wands. This is someone who's releasing the obligation. This is someone who is also releasing the fear. This is someone who's freeing up their energy. This is someone who is out of trouble and out of problems because they're not looking for it anymore. Look at that. This is so wonderful for Gemini. We have Major Arcana, the Wheel of Fortune. And it looks like if you move in that direction, contemplate some of the things that were mentioned in this reading, it will turn your life your life will look differently. This is also about finding peace here with Major Arcana Temperance, Major Arcana the Call, which is Temperance again in a way, and Major Arcana the Wheel of Fortune. This is finding peace. Also with the Nine of Wands, this is finding peace. Three of Swords. So behind it all, in the end, if this was playing out like this, there is a lot of pain here. It could be that some people did suffer behind a lack of commitment, or even having to break off relationships where your heart wasn't quite in it. Having to leave situations where your heart wasn't quite in it. That could also be work partnerships or work alliances. Where it breaks your heart, it breaks the other person's heart. But you just know it's time to move on. You got to do it different. And maybe this time you're not trying to shake things up. You're not trying to create artificial drama. You're just trying to do what feels right. Finally, doing what's best for you, not overextending or obligating yourself. What else do we have for Gemini as a final advice? We have the three faces of Eve. This is someone who's going through the phase of life of, being the young girl, being the beautiful mother, and then being the crone. And this is also about having to accept all sides and all parts of your roles in life. And even looking back on life without regret, because you enjoyed every phase and you embraced every phase of your life. And maybe that's the key for Gemini somewhere in that it could be time to grow up, or that you're growing up. And it scares you a little bit, but you're going to get through it. That could also be the Three of Swords. You see yourself getting older and you're like, oh, I can't, play these childish games anymore. Could be something like that as well. So Gemini, let me know your views. If this reading resonated with you, leave comments. I always read them. If you did like the reading, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe because it really does help the channel. And I do appreciate your support. You guys take care. Bye-bye.